local all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
And I promise you, this country is worth fighting for, and I will fight.
Right now at 6 o'clock, we've got your primary results, and that's the big one. Backed by former President Donald Trump, Leora Levy won the Republican vote for U.S. Senator, so she will now take on Richard Blumenthal this November.
Plus, from Secretary of State races and state treasurer, more results from some of the local races wrapping up this year's primary, and some new reaction continues right now.
Also, the White House facing questions about the raid at former President Trump's estate in Florida. We'll tell you what the Biden administration is saying about that.
Good morning, sunshine. Thank you for joining us here at 6 o'clock on a Wednesday. We hope you're having a great day so far. I'm Symphony Privet, and for Erica Arias this morning.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday. A lot of results to get to, but some other numbers a lot of people are paying attention to. The temperature, the dew point. Meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli telling us about the change coming. It's already here. Well, is it? I don't know. It still felt steamy out.
You can still feel a little bit of a difference, right?
It wasn't as bad as it was yesterday morning.
Right. And so today is going to be slightly on the humid side, but pretty manageable in terms of the humidity, and the temperatures will also be down. So the heat wave is over. A live look outside at the Hartford City camera where, well, we have a lot of clouds out there and a couple of stray showers and sprinkles working their way into Tolland and Windham County along 84 and through Woodstock, moving into Massachusetts border right now. But temperatures are ranging anywhere from 4 to 8 degrees cooler than they were just 24 hours or so ago. So we're sitting in the 70s and the 60s, upper 60s in Torrington, 70 degrees in Willimantic along the shoreline, and the middle to upper 70s. So over the course of the day today, you'll notice we'll start off with some clouds, some sun emerging in the afternoon with winds out of the north to northwest, 5 to about 15 miles per hour. High temperatures today into the 80s, mid 80s along the Connecticut shoreline at about 82, 83 degrees, 84 degrees in Hartford, 83 degrees in Meriden, and 81 in Waterbury. So the humidity will be pretty moderate with dew points into the 60s, kind of giving you a perspective here. Dew points yesterday were in the mid 70s, so we're taking a 10-degree temperature drop in terms of our humidity. So still slightly on the humid side, but a little bit better. We are expecting more improvements on the way heading into the weekend. Also, limited rain chances. When will we get some much needed rain? Well, we'll talk about it coming up in just a bit. But right now, we're going to check out on the roadways. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning to you, Rach. Good morning, everyone. 6:02 here in the CTDOT Traffic Center. Overall, construction has wrapped up through much of the state. Do want to bring us out to one area right now. This is in Wethersfield, I-91, right near exit 26 on the northbound side. We have seen that exit 26 as of right now is closed due to a one-car accident. Crews are on scene working to get that cleaned up, not really impacting the morning commute too much as of right now. It looks as though the person might have driven into those traffic signs that are now down on the roadway. Let's take a look at our Hartford drive times. Overall, 91, 84, Route 2, also 5 and 15 moving freely right now into and out of the capital city. Now, let's take a live look out on I-84 east and westbound. As you approach the Mixmaster, things are moving freely now that construction is wrapped up for the morning commute. Down in Fairfield, things are looking good. And lastly, in the Elm City, I-95 north and southbound, moving freely. We'll check in again every half hour through 9:30 a.m. But for now, Tim and Symphony, I'll send things back over to you.
Lauren, thank you. Fox 61 was with you all evening and into the late night for primary results, and our team coverage continues this morning. Of course, we're starting with the Republican primary for one of our U.S. Senate seats.
Yeah, that's right. In the three-candidate race, Leora Levy, a first-time candidate who was endorsed by former President Donald Trump, won the primary. Levy will now face Senator Richard Blumenthal in November. Last night, Levy beat former State House Minority Leader and social moderate Themis Claridis and conservative immigration attorney Peter Lumage. Looking at the numbers from the race, a sizable win. Take a look at your screen. This is for Levy with 51% of the vote. Former President Donald Trump once again called in to offer his support for Levy.
I want to congratulate everybody in that beautiful room and everybody in the state. Because, as you know, he spent no time in Vietnam despite years of saying that he was a war hero. And he is so beautiful, and everybody's saying it, and she's the one to do it. So, Laura, fantastic job tonight. Everybody in the room, fantastic job.
Well, a lot more to talk about when it comes to that race for sure.
Now let's check in with Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc, joining us now live outside the Capitol building with more on those results. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning, too. Certainly a lot to talk about here. This has been a highly contested race, watched not only very closely here in Connecticut, but all across the country. As you just heard, getting that national recognition with an endorsement from former President Donald Trump. It was around 11 o'clock last night when those final vote totals came in, bringing Leora Levy out on top as the winner in that GOP primary to go up against incumbent Democrat Richard Blumenthal for the U.S. Senate race come November. Now, Levy, as we know, was running against state minority leader Themis Claridis, former state minority leader, rather, and attorney Peter Lamage, but it was a closer call than a lot of people actually anticipated. Claridis took in 40% of the vote, and Lamage trailing behind at 9%. Now, Levy, a first-time political candidate, says her last-minute endorsement from Trump helped her bring out that Republican vote yesterday. Now, Levy, as we heard, just got a call from Trump at her watch party last night. Here she was as she won the race. Take a listen.
I want to thank everybody in the room who's been supporting me in every possible way. And my hometown of Greenwich, the Greenwich voters, it looks like they've really come through in a big way.
Now, the runner-up, Themis Claridis, congratulating her opponent, saying that she texted her after those results came in. But Claridis was confident at the start of primary day. We spoke with her. She was the party-endorsed candidate, also backed by the Connecticut State Police, though many have said, and it is true, that she is the most moderate Republican of the three candidates supporting abortion rights and gun control. Here's what she had to say as she conceded.
I entered this race because I believe the policies of Joe Biden and Dick Blumenthal were imperiling the American dream. That dream my grandparents came here for many years ago from Greece, when they started a family and they started a business to live in a place of freedom. I still worry that that is the case.
Now, at Peter Lamage's watch party, they started packing up a bit early. As we know, he trailed quite a ways behind. Lamage telling Fox 61 that he knows Levy's endorsement from Trump did bring the votes home.
Everything changed with the endorsement, and anyone who is getting his endorsement pretty much is going to be the winner.
Now, Lamage saying, as he has been saying all along in his candidacy, that he just wants Blumenthal to be outseated this November. Now, Levy, rather, says that she believes she is the candidate to be able to do that. Of course, we will watch that race very closely for the general election coming up in November, which, you guys, is only 3 months away. It seems like it's right around the corner. We'll send it back to you.
Oh, only 3 months, yeah. And it's going to be a lot of political ads between now and then, Julia. Thank you so much. All right, certainly not the only race to talk about. Another one has been called as of this morning. Stephanie Thomas won the Democratic nomination for Secretary of the State. She beat Maritza Bond by a 3-1 margin, and Bond has conceded. So Thomas will face off against Republican Dominic Rapini in the fall. Fox 61's Gabby Molina takes a closer look now at the Democratic side of this race.
I'm Gabby Molina in New Haven, where the Democratic Party celebrated the victories of their endorsed candidate for Secretary of the State, Stephanie Thomas, and their endorsed candidate for State Treasurer, Eric Russell. Thomas is a state representative serving Norwalk, Westport, and Wilton. She'll now be on the ballot against Republican Dominic Rapini in November. Russell is an attorney from New Haven. Both of the candidates spoke to the voters of Connecticut celebrating their wins.
We all know what's on the line. I have run a campaign that I think matches my values, and I think match the values of what the people of Connecticut want. I am an authentic leader. I listen, and I'm willing to speak with anyone. Come to the table, call me. You have concerns, call me.
I am humbled that the voters have placed their faith in me to lead this crucially important office. You know, the treasurer oversees tens of billions of dollars in investments, and with that comes enormous responsibility, but it also presents enormous opportunity for change.
Russell is on track to become the first ever black LGBTQ person elected to state office in U.S. history if he were to win in November. In New Haven, Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.
You saw Eric Russell there, too. We'll get to him in a second, but back to the Secretary of the State race. On the Republican side, we mentioned Dominic Rapini. He was the party-endorsed candidate. He also won by a comfortable margin with 58% of the vote over Terry Wood, who got 42%.
All right, back out to Eric Russell now. He's been declared the winner of the Democratic primary for Connecticut State Treasurer. He beat out Dita Bergava and Karen Dubois Walton by quite a large percentage. Russell could become the first black LGBTQ person ever elected to statewide office in United States history. He'll now face Harry Aurora in November. We'll have much more on this race throughout the morning.
Our primary night coverage will continue all morning long, but remember, you can download the free Fox 61 News app to learn more about all the candidates on the ballot in November. You can just scan that QR code with your smartphone right now. Pause it if you've got TiVo and just get the app right there. It's easy. You don't even have to go to the App Store. Just do that.